G'day viewers, Retro Man here and welcome to the 80s Show. Now today's topic, guys, is actor Patrick Swayze. More importantly, what Patrick Swayze comeback movie was meant for another famous action star. Now before I get into that, guys, let's just say that Patrick Swayze was an actor that carried himself with an essence of cool. He could be the dance man, the romantic leading man, the action hero. He was also quite funny in comedies. If you haven't seen Waking Up in Reno with Swayze and Billy Bob Thornton, guys, check it out because he is so funny in that film. So Swayze was very versatile. And guys, his star never shone more brightly than in the late 80s and the early 90s. I mean, guys, Dirty Dancing was really the big movie with Jennifer Grey. It was a blockbuster and it grabbed the attention of the world. He quickly followed that up with Roadhouse, which was this really cool men's action movie where he played a bouncer. And guys, as the 90s kicked off, he got into one of the biggest romance movies ever. Who can remember Ghost with Demi Moore? And also, he got himself into another action movie which was epic called Point Break with Keanu Reeves, which billed itself as 100% pure adrenaline. Now, as the 90s sort of kicked along, guys, Patrick Swayze's star kind of dropped a little bit. His career meandered in the middle 90s. And what can you say? I mean, he tried to sort of stage a comeback with the comedy Tu Wong Fu, Thanks for Everything, Julie Newmar, where Swayze kind of stepped into drag mode with Wesley Snipes and John Leguizamo. And that film kind of petered out at the box office. But guys, really, by 1998, Swayze was ready to make a comeback. And guys, that movie was Black Dog. It was a trucker film. There's plenty of big rig action in this film. And there's some car stunts. And Swayze really tried to get back into the big leagues with this film. But the funny thing is, it wasn't really meant to be a Swayze starring vehicle. Now, I'll tell you guys who this was meant to star. Well, he was a TV actor and he was a real big action star on TV. In fact, he had biceps, he had the looks, he had some flowing blonde locks, and that guy was Kevin Sorbo. He, of course, was the star of Hercules, The Legendary Journeys, and that series was a really big hit back in the late 90s, and they really tried hard to catapult him as a major movie star. And he did do another film. I mean, he did Kull the Conqueror, which was this kind of Conan-inspired story. But what I will say is that Kevin Sorbo could have done quite well with this film. So Black Dog was intended as this big action movie to kind of take Kevin Sorbo from the small screen to the big screen. And reportedly, Kevin Sorbo was expected to net $3 million for the role. But from what I've heard, guys, due to medical reasons, Kevin Sorbo had to step away from the Black Dog project, and in came Patrick Swayze. Now guys, Patrick Swayze needed a hit film, and really this film had all the elements. Guys, like I said, it is action-packed, and Swayze is super cool in this one. He has that commanding presence, he has that intensity needed for the action that is required in this film. And from what I've heard, Patrick Swayze actually went out there and started driving trucks and got his trucker's license in preparation for the role. So he was committed. But what I will say, guys, is unfortunately, this didn't catapult Swayze to those big action leagues. This film made about $12 million domestically in the United States, and I saw it in the cinema back in '98 in Australia, and I quite enjoyed it. And what I will say, guys, is it might have been Kevin Sorbo's loss, but it was Patrick Swayze's gain because this film did very well on the video circuit there in the late 90s, and it's just a film that I think Patrick Swayze's fans have a lot of affection for. So guys, tell me in the comments below, what do you think of Black Dog with Patrick Swayze? I think it's a cool little film. I mean, it's no Roadhouse, but it definitely has something to offer. So guys, if you would like to hear Retro Man talk some more about Patrick Swayze's back catalogue, I mean, I've done a few episodes. In fact, I did one recently on Grandview, USA. That was a Swayze film from 1984 where he gets caught up in this love triangle with Jamie Lee Curtis and C. Thomas Howell. So if you'd like to see why you should watch Grandview, USA, definitely check out that episode. And if you'd like to see a little bit more on Patrick Swayze's Roadhouse, I have a couple of episodes, guys. One that looks at 7 reasons why guys and gals love Roadhouse, and I also do a soundtrack appraisal. Man, the Roadhouse soundtrack is really something else, so definitely check out that episode as well. I've also recently done an unboxing of Black Dog, so if you'd like to check out that episode, it's now playing on the channel. So if you're a Swayze fan, guys, the fun never ends on the 80s show, and it was really cool reflecting on Swayze in this 90s flick, and man, it was a loss for Sorbo, but a win for Swayze. But guys, what I will say is I will be doing a few more unboxings very soon. I have some Q&As coming your way, so please keep a lookout for those, because the fun, guys, never stops at the 80s show, and sometimes I throw in a few 90s gems like this one. It's always fun to open the 90s vault, and that's what we did today. So guys, I will see you all again very soon, but until then, please like, comment and subscribe. It's been an absolute pleasure. This is Retro Man, living the dream, 80s style. Stay gold.
Thanks for watching. Retro Man will return faster than a boomerang and just as intriguing as the Black Dog cast. Please subscribe and good night, viewers.